Hey yo, what's up everybody? We're on the downward slope. We're on the downward slope as they say. And that has multiple meanings because Halo 4 was definitely a spiral into what the hell is all this shit. Um and also because we're, at the end, or we're like we're coming to the conclusion or something. I don't know, one of those. We're almost done. um, it's also one of the weakest games in the franchise. Um, yep. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started with Halo for the anime. I quick start. What is this? I don't think we want to. I don't know, missions. We're just gonna do this to make sure we are doing the thing. Skulls. Hold on. Wait. Wait. I would have been your daddy. Oh God, I love cowbell, but man, I don't know. That might be rough. And this is fine. I would have been your daddy is kind of, you have to use it. It's required. From birthday parties, that's always a really good Xbox One mission. No, that's fine. Let's just go. We're just starting. Normally I would say Grunt Birthday Party, you got to turn it on, but to be honest, right now I'm kind of just like, you know what? I want to get it to be a little more of a legit story. I don't know what that means, but still. What up, blood? GBP. Oh, that's right. They got like cool cutscenes.
Tell me about the children. Dr. Halsey.
I also thought it was weird that they had these cutscenes.
You kidnapped them.
Oh, that's quiet.
Children's minds are more easily accepting of indoctrination. Their bodies more adaptable to augmentation. The result was the ultimate soldier. And because of our success, when the Covenant invaded, we were ready.
Dr. Halsey, you're bending history for your own favor, and you know it. You developed the Spartans to crush human rebellion, not to fight the Covenant.
When one human world after another fell, when the Spartans were all that stood between.
I just want to point out that these cutscenes are actually in ultra wide.
Originally built.
So you feel the
I know you can't see it.
Justified.
My work saved the human race.
Do you think the Spartans' lack of basic humanity helped?
What are you after? The others before you were naval intelligence, but you're something else.
Records show Spartans routinely exhibited mildly sociopathic tendencies, difficulty with socialization, and
The records show efficient behavior operating in hazardous situations. I supplied the tools to maintain that efficiency.
Do you believe the Master Chief succeeded because he was, at his core, broken?
What does John have to do with this?
That's kind of rude.
You want to replace him?
The Master Chief is dead.
His file reads missing in action.
Catherine. Spartans never die.
Your mistake is seeing Spartans as military hardware. My Spartans are humanity's next step. Our destiny as a species. Do not underestimate them. But most of all, do not underestimate him.
That's a one thing that like Halsey never. I love, actually really enjoy this because she always has never been given credit for the fact that like she genuinely does care for these people. Like it's not just a means to an end. Like she actually cares for the Spartans, and on top of that, she's always seen them as kind of like children to her. And yeah, she was basically a mother to them, and she saw them kind of as her children. Like she cared deeply for them, and she never saw them as like weapons or anything. Like she tried to force herself to believe that, but like to her, she definitely saw that she was engineering the evolution of the human species. And in a way, she was. I did think the opening to this game was cool as hell. I will definitely say they opened this game strong. But it overall kind of felt like playing an anime, which just to me was like, it doesn't really fit. Also, I was really impressed with the graphical leap, considering this is on the same console that Halo 3 launched on.
Wake up, Chief. I need you.
Yeah, I wasn't really thrilled about the redesign.
Chief! Easy. You've been out for a while.
Where are we?
We're still adrift on the Dawn.
Why did you wake me?
Hang on. Bringing your systems online now. I rewrote your seat firmware while you were out.
You've been busy.
Activating the ship's gravity generators. Chief, look up. You need to pull the manual release.
Seems like old times.
Ready to get back to work?
I thought you'd never ask. We've got intrusion alerts lighting up on multiple decks. Our best bet to figure out who's boarding us is the observation deck, 4 floors up.
Could it be a rescue team?
Wouldn't bet on it.
Oh yeah, terminals and shit. Oh yeah, I don't have sprint. That's weird.
Weapon systems online.
Or did campaign not have? I think maybe I'm trying to remember. Campaign didn't have sprint, but multiplayer did.
Forward onto Dawn, requesting immediate evac. Survivor score. Prioritization code Victor 05.
I'm impressed
was I
that there's power
4
here.
years, 7 months, 10 days.
Immediate evac.
Somebody should have found us by now. What's that?
Sensor scan, high intensity. Doesn't match any known patterns.
How close are we to the observation deck?
It's directly above us.
Forward onto Dawn, requesting immediate evac. Survivor score. Prioritization code Victor
The elevator doors look sealed tight.
SNG 201. Forward onto Dawn, requesting immediate evac.
Chief, be careful!
Oh,
Because some areas might have lost pressure.
Right.
so badly.
Oh boy.
I thought we had a truce with the Covenant.
A lot can happen in 4 years. Either way, he's probably not alone. We should be careful.
Oh yeah, they did. These. I don't like the. Yeah, I hate the new voices. I hate the voices for the. Okay, settings. My key. I forgot that the keybinds are different per game. Hold on. Was that? There we go. Yeah, these grunts are. Ugh. I think in 5 they went back to.
That's the last of them.
They
override
went
for the
back to the
blast shield so we can
original
see
like
what we're up
voice
against.
type, like voice, like style, like. Can't tell this from the 360 era. I mean, this definitely looks better than like other, like, I mean, I don't know that there is. I think there is higher resolution textures. But like, in comparison to Halo 3, the fact that they were on the same console, it is impressive.
The good news is these Covenant aren't outfitted like standard
But
military.
I also think
It's possible
this
we just came
suffered
across a rogue
from
salvage
like
ship.
other shit that like, oh, you guys tried to
Or
put
we might
too much
stumble
fine
into
detail
status
into
Covenant
things.
fleet.
Maybe they haven't recognized us.
That's one possibility. Landing craft flanking us.
We need to get off this ship.
We've got bigger problems. We've got a cruiser on an intercept course.
I really wish
Head for
Halo
the
5
elevator
was
ranks.
included in MCC,
Didn't the
at
ship
least
sensors
for
say we still
PC.
had weapon systems online?
Yes, but since the ship was torn in half, we can't access the weapon stations. We'll have to fire them manually from the outer hull.
There is a lot of like weird noise in the textures. Okay, that is kind of. It's just lazy. I think. Okay, so what frustrates me is like the art style here looks nothing. I think that's really the only actual like true problem. Like, oh, this looks really good, but it also looks nothing like fucking Halo ever did. Like, you didn't even like just like maintain the art style. And I think where people kind of misunderstand why I complain about it is like I feel like it's disrespectful. Like, you didn't improve upon the style, you just fucking completely changed what existed. And ignored, like, everything that was there before. To be honest, this looks a little more Doom.
That cruiser's
like,
shields are down. Assuming they don't raise them, that missile's gonna be one heck of a surprise.
Oh. The fact that I survived those grenades at point blank. Yeah, hold on. That's a good point. I need to... Because I agree, I am, like, certain that Forward Unto Dawn was a frigate-class vessel, whereas this, in this, it looks like a Halcyon class battle cruiser, but yeah. Oh, yeah, like, if you look up images, okay, so it is definitely a frigate class vessel, but for some reason, it almost looks like they tried to redesign to be like, oh, this is, like, I don't, it just looks like they tried to redesign it to fit with the aesthetic of, like, the Halcyon class.
These Covenants seem more fanatical than the ones we fought before.
I just straight up didn't fire the gun when I released it.
These Covenants seem more fanatical than the ones we fought before.
Fucking A, dude. They made some of the jackals left-handed.
How far to the missile?
We're just about there.
Okay, wait, they literally made all of the jackals left-handed now. This almost seems like some sort of station instead of a frigate. Like, it's just way too big.
The auxiliary launch station should be to your left, out of the airlocks. You'll have to prime the launch for ignition.
Cortana,
It's nothing. Just get to the launch station. I'm sorry. Did I miss orbiting a Forerunner planet at some point?
one thing at a time.
Like, I will say that is cool. Like, it's cool, like this giant, I mean, it's just cool as a skybox, but also...
Chief, you need to find the missile controls.
I feel like if they had actually, like, maintained respect for the franchise, I think that's really the biggest thing I have, is, like, I feel like this disrespected the franchise. It would have been... I do like how there's no arc because I'm firing that weapon at this weapon at space.
You'll have to prime the launch for ignition.
Cortana,
3 times larger than it should be.
Just get to the
Yeah,
launch station.
I'd argue it's even bigger than that. Like,
I'm sorry.
the
did
one
I
thing
miss
that...
orbiting
Because,
a
like, even the
Forerunner planet
Halcyon
at some
class
point?
vessels,
one thing at
like,
a time.
if you think
Chief,
back
you need to
to
find the missile controls.
Halo 1, like, even that felt more like, you know, an actual naval vessel, like IRL, if you think about it, like, you know, there's kind of tighter corridors. And, you know, but, like, there's a lot of open space in this. And this is a smaller ship. That's weird. My survivability is, like, off the charts, and then I get into this area, and I'm just getting fucking
You'll have
clapped.
to prime the launch for ignition.
Cortana,
It's nothing. Just get to the launch station. Chief, you need to find the missile controls.
Yeah, I think it's just like, instead of, I guess the problem I have is like, you decided to ignore things that have already been established, like, just so that you could try and build, I don't know, like, I don't know, like, what reasoning there is to have pushed this, like, oh, like, I don't like the, I don't, sometimes I'm really cool with the whole, like, oh, if, you know, if we had designed these with the technology that we have available today, this is how we would have done it. Like, there's that, but then there's also, like, I just straight up ignored everything that was already established. Like, they tried to use that excuse, like, oh, this is how it, you know, we... You know, if we were designing it for the first time today, I'm like, but see, that's cool if you're doing a reboot. You're not doing a reboot. You're continuing an existing universe.
There's the launch station.
Where'd your gun? Oh, great. I don't know where that went. Yeah, I don't know where his gun went. Oh, cool. At least that's a good weapon.
Launch initiated.
Right? Like,
Right, the blast door's jammed.
this has
The missile
been
won't fire until it's clear.
20 minutes.
Get down there.
Now, you can give or take some time because I've died a few times, but still. But I mean, like, it's a frigate, and literally half of, like, we're only on the ass end of the ship. Drifting for fire. Yeah, right? Like, I think people misunderstand that, like, just because it's in space doesn't mean it's not, there isn't, like, wear. There, you know, cosmic rays would have, especially, I'm just like, how is the power working as well as it is? Also, I'm sorry, but there's no fucking way that you one-shot that thing.
The Covenant weren't the ones scanning us.
So, now can we worry about the giant metal planet?
Oh, show. Right? It's like, oh shit, well, we've had that the whole time, like, this scene right here, don't get me wrong, this is cool as hell. Like, this would have been awesome, but, like, but this should have happened, I don't know, probably kind of quick. Am I crazy? I thought there was sprint in 4. Like, I don't like sprint being in Halo, personally, but, I thought there was. Why is sprint on C? Honestly, out of all of them, I think Infinite has a better implementation of sprint. Because, okay, now it's weird saying this because, like, Halo Infinite sprint, you move slower than previous iterations of it. But, okay, see, like, how is this ship, like, it's a very thin line, okay. But yeah, no, the thing is like, I don't think people realize that, okay, there wasn't sprint in the older games, but you naturally just moved faster. Oh shit, also. if you go back and watch the VODs on the previous games, like, you'll notice, like, Halo 3, we walked faster.
We're almost there.
Oh, it didn't let me jump. Like, I hit space and it just didn't go.
All but one of the grab generators just went dark.
Just keep me pointed at that vehicle bay.
We're almost there. Hold on.
It was about as silly as... So, I'm cool. Okay, so, I don't mind it, but I feel like it took too long for all of this to go down.
Track the escape pods.
Negative. Look out.
I think it all should have been a much, like, shorter, like, period of time. Like, shit is just, like, okay, this ship is literally just falling apart now, and we're falling into the gravity well of a shield world. Oh, yeah, no, like, when we saw it open, they could have just jumped straight to this part where it just pulls you in. And actually, you know what? How they should have done it? So you open... So that scene there where you're, like, rushing back through it,
Checking
if they had just done that, like, you open the fucking thing, the cryopod,
I'm sorry.
and
It's the crash.
shit's falling apart,
Something was wrong.
you
even
get
before
out,
we left
and then
the
you're
yard.
like, oh shit,
Chief?
it scans you, it opens, and then it just, like, pulls everything in. Boom, done.
Cortana.
was putting
improved
this
the
service
opening
8
to
years
this
ago.
game, and it took me 30 seconds.
8 years.
AIs deteriorate after 7, Chief.
Halsey.
Chief.
We need to find Halsey.
Chief, please.
She made you.
The texture resolution on
fix you.
I
Cortana
won't
is
recover from rampancy,
like
Chief.
100 times better than Chief's armor.
If we can just get back to Earth and find Halsey, she can fix this.
Don't make a girl a promise you can't keep. We need to move. Doesn't look like the Covenant fared much better than we did.
How many
Yeah,
ships made it?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not like a
Plenty.
super big fan of the
Why?
redesign of Cortana.
We still need a ride home.
I actually think Halo 2, well, I don't know, it's weird. Okay, I think Halo 3 is probably my favorite. But also, I don't know. Halo 2 was weird because, her, like, I don't know, with the data stream kind of stuff going on, looked like they knew what they were doing. The data stream kind of look on her definitely looked like she was wearing, like, lingerie. Like, there were definitely thigh highs.
What is that? Chief, see if that terminal is still active. The Covenant have been broadcasting that from an equidistant orbit every 30 minutes for the last 3 years.
They've been waiting outside the planet for 3 years.
Yeah,
Apparently
well,
they couldn't
God,
get
and then
in.
they're like, oh, let's give her giant fucking boobs. Like, what? That's weird. Like, I don't know, like, I've said this before already in stream, like, this game is like Halo anime, and
There's a
but like
crevice we
not
can
the
use to get through the
not
rocks
the
over
good
there.
like older anime style.
See
It's
the
more like the
waypoint on your
newer
HUD.
shit where everything's like awkwardly sexified and like just kind of like overdone.
I'm picking up a faint transmission on the high band.
Covenant?
I don't know. All I can
think so.
say
The pattern's
is,
different.
holy shit, Infinite looks
I'll try to
amazing
triangulate
because
the
Halo
position.
Infinite, like, went back to... They went back to, like, the old... See, like, don't get me wrong. This, cool as hell. Cool as hell. But also, a lot of it kind of just doesn't really fit with, like, the way, like, okay. Remember what I was saying before about the Forerunner architecture in 4 and 5 looking too smooth? You notice how there's, like, none of the, like, Forerunner texture that we've seen in the last few games? It's just not here anymore. It's all flat. Halo Wars 1. Oh man, I should play through Halo Wars 1. I was actually thinking that I probably... Sorry, I'm like also waiting on food. And for some reason, the tracker isn't working. Oh great, now I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, I was thinking I might want to add
Warthogs,
Halo Wars
still in one
2
piece. Nice to see your luck is
because
holding out.
it better, like, it kind of introduces the enemy that we're fighting. I fucking hate this battle rifle. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say it. I fucking hate this battle rifle, like, straight up. I don't mean to be rude or anything to the developers of this game, like, but I feel like also you were rude to the fans for... I will say, I love that they made the Warthog sound like it has a fucking beefy engine. I do like that. Like, they made the Warthog sound like a race car, and I love that.
Chief,
But...
About
And I'm
my
cool with
condition,
this
I
like,
didn't want to mention it.
the
seeing
redesign
as
of the
how it's a
Warthog.
complete long
It's
shot, but
it's
since
good.
you brought
I'm
it
cool
up,
with that.
It is possible that getting home could help me find a solution for my
But,
rampancy.
How?
Why did
Well,
you
as
just...
far as I know, I'm the only AI ever generated from living tissue. A clone of Dr. Halsey, to be precise. It may be possible to recompile my neural net by replicating those same conditions. But that means getting back to Halsey soon.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna try and, like, not nitpick everything about this game, but it's really hard not to.
Chief, I'm hearing that strange signal again. Stronger this time.
Do you think there's something to it?
I'm curious more than anything. Its behavior is odd.
See, now that is really, this is pretty. This is beautiful. I'll give him that.
Hostiles!
So yeah, I was thinking about including Halo Wars 2 in the playthrough because it, you know, that introduces the Banished, who are... actually, my theory is the Banished are maybe not... I don't know that they are going to end up being the main antagonist so much. But, I mean, I'm sure I'm wrong, and like, and that's fine, but I encourage you to look into Zeta Halo, because once I remembered which Halo ring we're going to in Infinite, I was like, oh shit, this actually could be huge, because yeah, it's Installation 07 was, well, not was, it is one of the more I don't know, like instrumental weapons. So okay, so there were actually two arcs originally. There was the greater arc and the lesser arc. Well, that's kind of like what they were colloquially named. Actually, I'm gonna keep this alive. This garbage fucking VR. And each of them, so the greater arc built 12 rings that were 30,000 kilometers. Is it 30,000 kilometers or 30,000 meters? Well, okay, so the rings built by the greater arc were 3 times as big as the ones built by the lesser arc. The lesser arc is the one that we went to in Halo 3. The greater arc was destroyed during the Forerunner Flood Wars. And Installation 07 is the only remaining ring built by the greater arc. The greater arc built 12 rings, the lesser arc built 10. And out of all of them, only 7 total rings of the original 24 like survived. Installation 07 is the only one that survived from the greater arc. It was also being restructured down from the 30,000 to the 10,000, so it was being like it was being reduced in size by the like post deployment. So here's something else that's really cool. Installation 07 was actually the weapon that they test fired the rings with to like test that they functioned.
I don't suppose you have a plan for that.
During
Ask nicely.
what is considered prehistoric human era,
My strong suit.
humans were actually super advanced. They were not too dissimilar They were like only like slightly less advanced than the Forerunners. In fact, the humans and Forerunners were at war. Humans and the Sandshum are the race that we know them as the Prophets. Right? Now the Sandshum ended up betraying humans at the end, the only reason why. So the humans and Forerunners were at a stalemate, which would have ended up lasting indefinitely. But the Sandshum like betrayed humanity and like ultimately ended the alliance between us and resulted in the loss of the war. Well, it gets a little more interesting. Installation 07 was test fired and all but obliterated the Sandshum homeworld, which I forget the name, and also Sharam Hakor. Sharam Hakor, also known as Eternal, was the original homeworld for humanity. So Installation 07 has a pretty vital role in human history because it was test fired on our original homeworld. Now, what drives a little more excitement in that is obviously I'm like, oh man, hopefully they bring some of that story into the game, because I think that would be really exciting for people who maybe, you know, like you said, you weren't really aware of all of this stuff. Well, this would be a great way for them to bring all of that up, for one. Two, it'd be great to dive more into some of that lore. The thing that confuses me, it was literally destroyed, like, during the so humanity was like fucking ravaged, and also they have explained that some of the Forerunner tech that we encounter is actually ancient human tech.
That elite dropped his camo module. Let's have a look. I'll run a soft patch to it from the suit. Never know what might come in handy.
But yeah, so Sharam Hakor was like destroyed to the point where it like all like, because it was almost an entire, like almost the entire surface of Sharam Hakor was actually covered in city. They basically decimated that planet.
I heard something
when they fired the ring. It like obliterated the atmosphere of the planet and also like completely leveled
Sentinels,
all of the like structures on it. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Like it would be hard to determine like, oh, some of this might actually be the same. But yeah, most of the reason why we don't really see any of it is actually because like the war like when we ultimately ended up losing, like they literally fucking like almost wiped out humanity when they finally got
It's a
through.
localized site cartography.
And
Okay. In service of Forerunner Shield World, designate Requiem.
which is weird
At
because
least we know where we are now.
Let's see
at
if
the
we can
end
tell us
of
if
the
Covenanters are
Forerunner Flood
interested.
War, the Forerunners
What
designated humanity
I don't know.
as
They're
the
locked up.
inheritors to
I'm
the
detecting power
mantle,
fluctuations in several locations. I'll put them up
to
for
which the Forerunners believed they were the
you. Hopefully we can find
inheritors
some way to get this cartographer back online.
of the mantle from the precursors. Now, during prehistoric humanity era, humans believed that they actually had equal claim to inheritorship of the mantle, but Forerunners didn't agree with that. And the Forerunners believed it was heretical that humanity had such beliefs.
It's all right. This energy is actually a ferroelectric data field.
Halo
Shields
lore
as
is
a
fucking
cycle in
crazy.
response to the chamber's charge.
It's unfortunate that
This
a
bring the
lot of it
cartographer back online?
isn't given to us in game.
Actually, this type of processing system usually works in parallel. We'll have to locate its twin.
Now, I will be fair that Star Wars suffers a lot of that, but Star Wars, at least with Halo 1, 2, and 3, it was okay if you didn't have all of that because it was background lore that just made everything you see even cooler. When they started with 4 and 5, if you didn't get that background information from other mediums, you were left behind. I don't agree with that. I'm cool with adding cool information and lore, but don't make it so I have to know that to understand what the fuck is going on. So like with Star Wars, at least up until this like sequel trilogy, and I feel like it seems like a lot of things have just completely missed the mark and feel like, oh, you have to expand beyond the initial medium. See, it's okay, and I encourage you to add a story elements outside of the original, like the base, right? Like, okay, the Halo 1, 2, and 3, Star Wars, each of the trilogies, all right? But I should be able to understand what you're telling me inside of this game or this movie. I shouldn't have to read books outside. That's annoying.
Yes.
I shouldn't have to read books outside. Or play other games or watch other movies. I should be able to just get added information that makes what I've seen in the games even cooler.
The cartographer should be back online. We may be able to use it to track the ship's location.
But I will say, Halo's expanded universe is about as expansive as Star Wars is anymore. Like, and it's exciting, but also, like, I feel like it's almost forced that you have to know it now, and I don't think you should have to. Now, it's okay that Infinite has the Banished, because there is a game within the franchise that has introduced them as an enemy. But so it wasn't like they're like, oh, you don't know who the Banished are? Well, why didn't you watch this, like, fucking TV series that explained them? It was kind of like with 5, like, who the fuck's this Locke guy? But it's like, oh, well, you had to watch Halo Nightfall. Why did I have to watch Nightfall in order to understand who he is? He seems like a lame like a lame replacement for the Arbiter. Why not just let me play as the Arbiter? Because the Arbiter was cool. This guy's just an asshole. Who, I don't care who you are, would not be able to take on cheap.
Cartographer.
Yeah, right? You come to find out everyone is outmatched, right? There's this ancient and then it's like, well, wait. There's this ancient civilization that built these weapons and they are fucking like massive. Where did they go? And then you're like, oh shit. What is this thing? And you know, you just, because that's like, you discover the flood and it's like, oh hell.
It doesn't want to triangulate Infinity's signal. Oh wait, I got it.
That can't be right. Scan again.
We've already passed through one layer of the planet's surface. It's not crazy to think that someone else made it deeper inside than we did.
You mean the planet's hollow?
Let me see if I can figure out
Hollow
a way to reach
Earth
these
theory.
coordinates that doesn't involve us digging a really big hole. There's a terminus on the far side of the complex. We can portal to the planet's core from there.
What?
I don't know.
If we have a shot at getting you back to Infinity, we're taking it.
Okay. Let's get to that terminus and find Infinity.
Hollow.
What do you know about Infinity?
Not much. She was supposed to be massive, but the project was only in prototype when we left.
Damn it. I'm trying to get my blanket situated here. Oh. Show. Should give you mod ship, but I also don't have a whole lot of viewers right now. Infinity is awesome, but there's no fucking way. Yeah. I think this is cool. But also, like, how the fuck did you interface that with our armor already?
Scouts, fortifying the bridge below. Stay sharp.
Not when you consider how much effort they have been going into rebuilding the entire rest of... Yeah, yeah. Considering, like, the entire continent of Africa was basically just fucking deleted in Halo 3. Okay, you fire the battle rifle in this game way too quick. I need to look a little more into the Infinity project. Like, I know there was because it was in prototyping phase the like during Halo 3. But what exactly? I don't know what exactly that equates to. Really, it's like, does that mean that basically you already were building the ship? And 20 plus years. Yeah. Really? What the fuck, dude? I don't understand how this lock-on works. What the fuck, dude? That is just floating around like it's fucking lagging. That's some dumb shit. I don't understand what's up with that. Other than the fact that it's really fucking annoying. We knew about... Yeah, well, yeah, because there was, I don't remember. I know around 5-ish... Is it after 5? Or between 4? I think it's between 4 and 5. Because if you remember, there was that Forerunner structure under Halsey's lab in Reach. So, between 4 and 5, Blue Team did go back to Reach, and they went to that Forerunner structure. So, I mean, like, there was definitely some research being done beforehand, because there was that Forerunner structure. I need to, man, there's... Like, I know a lot of cool lore stuff, but then there's also some things I'm like, I'm trying to remember also, like, particularly, like, the timeline of things is really important. Oh, for fuck's sake, dude. But yeah, you are right, definitely. The Forerunner tech was kept very hush-hush. was trying to think of some. Oh yeah. So another thing about like with during the Human Foreigner War, that was so some of the reason why, like, oh well, what happened to all of the people? Like, yeah, so that was actually originally where the composer basically like wiped out people. They used composers, and they were like, that was where these Promethean dudes come into play. No, they use the composers to wipe out humanity. You know what? They should almost have just been like, yeah, so the reason why the art style looks different is because that's actually not Forerunner architecture. And then it'd been like, what? Ah! Whoops. Yeah, no, I actually have to agree with that. Like, Prometheans just, they completely just, they don't fit with the Halo, like, gameplay loop. I mean, there's still plenty of things that I have to gripe about with this game. Like, I don't understand, like, why are the grunts sounding weird? I do like that they went back to the original, like, style with elites being actually massive, like, badasses. Because it, like, if you remember with like Halo lore, Spartans were basically like, they were actually like similar in like power. Well, like they weren't fully. They were actually kind of similar, I guess, in like I guess you could say power level to the elites, but they actually weren't. They had nothing. Their original purpose was actually dealing with the Civil War. There was a civil war before the fucking Covenant showed up. Humanity was dealing with a bunch of like insurrections and shit. Of which the only time we actually hear about that in the games was Halo Reach. But we've known about that before Halo Reach came out. Like a diversity in their ranks, equivalent of swarming jackals. Yeah, they were basically all like the same annoying asshole. Oh yeah. Also, Mendicant Bias was the AI that test fired Installation 07. See, like, this is cool. I love the scale. Like, they did a great job of getting the scale. It's just the style kind of didn't feel right. Also, I really wish that Marty O'Donnell had done the music, but I think the music was pretty good.
According to the cathedral, this terminus is just one node of a larger transit grid that spans the entire planet.
What?
When I tried to access the outlet closest to Infinity's transmissions, the system responded with this.
What is it?
That's the kicker. It's the Forerunner symbol for Reclaimer.
Humanity. That's got to be Infinity. Can you get us to those coordinates?
Let me try to open a portal.
Cortana.
I'm picking up unknown energy signatures.
Where?
This can't be right.
Set a waypoint out of the tower. Cortana?
How did... Quick! Into the portal! Chief, go!
What were those things?
Some sort of advanced defense AIs. Related to the Sentinels, I'm guessing, but it's hard to say without a closer look. Come on, let's figure out where that transit system dumped us.
Huh. So this is cool.
Where's Infinity?
This is Requiem's core, all right. But Infinity is definitely not here. That satellite in the center is amplifying the ship's broadcasts like a relay.
Maybe we can use it to respond.
Perhaps. Those beams coming off it are creating the interference we've been experiencing. We'd have to take them out to contact Infinity.
Can you get us there?
Opening a gate to the first beam pylon. Pull me, and let's go.
This is the first pylon?
Negative. This is as close as I could get us. Hope you don't mind hoofing it a little. Contacts! And they're back! Coming down the walls!
Those weren't the same things we saw in the terminus.
Similar cortical footprint as the tower AI. They're connected, all right. Look out! Well, he's just a ray of sunshine, isn't he? From that peek under the hood, I'd say these constructs must be mimetic in nature.
This is a great use of words, by the way. My favorite part about it is no one understood what the fuck she just said. Like, mimetic actually is a really, that's like kind of a proper
When the big ones
term
explode,
to use for that.
that
But
momentary flash we're seeing is actually a data purge.
Can you tap into it?
So far, I've pulled multiple strings referring to the big ones as Promethean Knights. Beyond that, though, things get a bit dense.
oh, you know what? I just like this is cool design. Like, these are cool weapons, but they also just kind of feel weird. They don't feel like they fit.
The relay interference is increasing. We must be getting close to the pylon.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but you know, I just kind of thinking back to playing these last few games here, and they seem to distinctly remember there was very little Forerunner tech that actually was floating all the time. And then suddenly we're here and it's like, man, everything's floating. Now, like, look, don't get me wrong, you know, I can see how, alright, yeah, architecture would be different. It was different, like, builders that constructed shield worlds in Halo. Halo was actually, like, so Halo was actually not an approved project. Like, it was some dude's, like, it was like some dude's, like, personal project. It's also worth noting that the test firing of Halo was not
The relay
approved.
interference is increasing. We must be getting close to the pylon.
Damn. Just fucking tapped my ass.
The relay interference is increasing. We must be getting close to the pylon. Okay.
What's that distortion?
That's me. Something about moving through those portals is increasing the load on my systems.
Are you gonna be all right?
Don't worry. I've held off rampancy this long, haven't I? the target, but it looks like the entrance is shielded. Let's figure out how to take it down.
What the fuck? Oh. I was like, what is happening? Kind of needs to be said. I really don't care for the assassination stuff. Okay. Needed a drink, dude. Holy crap.
That's the target, but it looks like the entrance is shielded. Let's figure out how to take it down.
You know what? I think all of this just feels so weird and different that it's like, this would have been better off as like a brand new franchise. I think like people would have actually loved this if it wasn't Halo.
One of the shield's power cores. Take it out.
But like, because they're trying to say, oh yeah, this is, you know, in addition to the Halo story, it's like,
Hit them before you climb all the way up.
kind of doesn't feel like it. What do you mean?
Well done, Chief. One to go. Great, that's all the cores. Head for the top of the pylon.
The hell was he swinging that sword at? Oh, that's weird. Holy shit!
Chief, look at this. That's Requiem. They're not inside at all. They're moving into orbit.
Did he say forward unto dawn?
They must have intercepted our distress beacon.
The beacon was pulled into Requiem with us. If they try to follow it,
They'll get caught in the gravity well. I'll keep trying to warn them. You just get that beam down. That's the beam control. It's working. The signal from the relay is starting to clear up.
they haven't hit the gravity well yet.
There's still too much interference to warn them. We've got to disable that other beam before they're pulled in like we were. I was wondering why Infinity hadn't encountered the Covenant yet.
What are they doing here?
They're heading to the second pylon as well.
That can't be a coincidence.
Sounds like the Prometheans don't want the Covenant here either. The BattleNet's already lighting up with reports of resistance all around the pylon. Drop pod.
So, you know, something else that just never made any goddamn sense to me. Why the hell are the Prometheans even attacking us? Like, everything is basically opening up for us, allowing us through. The Sentinels were seemed like they were kind of guiding us through early on throughout this. What the hell is up with these dudes? Just like, oh, you know what? We're gonna attack you. Prometheans as an enemy. What the fuck, dude? Really? Prometheans as an enemy just don't make sense. Oh, yeah, that dude's dead. Like, I can understand attacking the Covenant because it'd be like, oh, you guys are attacking these people who we scanned and they're pretty okay with. I have so many questions. And to be honest, I don't think any of it really matters because I think they're going away from that with Infinite, which is good. Like, let's just pretend 4 and 5 were fever dreams. Sort of. I mean, like, I don't know. Ever pretend? Yeah. It was a battle simulation. I don't know. Oh wait, where am I? I don't actually know where I'm supposed to go. Oh wow, thanks. Like, don't get me wrong, man. They got cool ass environments, dude. Like, even though, like, it's obviously limited because they're trying to make the game look even better, but they're still making it on the 360, so they're super limited on hardware capabilities, but still, you know.
The relay's signal is breaking up again. We're almost to the beam. They found the opening! We better get up to that relay and fast.
So, does anyone want to have that conversation about the Infinity actually going and flying into the shield roll? Because I'll have that conversation. What kind of fucking absolute idiot decides, oh, let me just fly this, like, this effectively at this point one-of-a-kind ship, our most advanced vessel, into a situation that we know nothing about. Now, this is not the first shield world. We know about other shield worlds. The Spartan 3s encountered were actually, that was like one of their first assignments. In fact, some of Blue Team was on a shield world. It's not new. But also, the thing is, you don't know what's going on. There's half a ship that somehow got stranded inside of it. Let me just fly the fucking ship in there. No, you don't do that. You send in scouts. You send in like a freaking like a flight of pelicans and a scouting party to go in. You don't just say, oh, you know what? Let's just fly this whole goddamn vessel in. What's the worst that could possibly happen? So when this Captain Del Rio guy gets all butthurt with the chief over certain things, I'm like, well, you're the dumbass who decided to fly the ship into the fucking planet. Who does that? I was sorry, but like, how do you even get to be captain of a ship if that's the kind of decision you make? UNSC must be desperate for leadership. Because that guy's an idiot. Yeah, I said all that shit. I don't take any of it back. Never will.
That'll do it. Shield should be down. Get up to that beam.
That bitch stuck me. I can't even give him a commendation on it being a good throw because it was like point blank.
Do it. Shield should be down. Get up to that beam.
Oh my god, hi. Damn it. Shoot me when I'm down? I forgot. So, I'm remembering from Halo 5, this gun, like, you can, like, aim and it'll, like, kind of tighten up the shot, give it a little more range. They hadn't quite gone full Call of Duty yet with 4, so... I actually do think that like having like alternate fire modes is kind of a cool idea, and I know some of the weapons in Infinite do that. Which I think, like I said, I think it's neat.
They know we're here. Infinity, this is UNSC AI Cortana. Do not approach Forerunner Planet. Repeat, do not approach.
UNSC asset. Port unto dawn. We read you, but you're breaking up. Help. Increase speed by 0.7. Get us in there.
Negative, Infinity. Do not enter the planet.
If you can hear us, keep transmitting.
No! Chief, you've got to get that beam down now! Cortana to Infinity. Do you copy? Come in, Infinity. Interference is gone, but your suit's transmitter's not strong enough.
Lead us up to the relay satellite.
Already done. Go.
Okay, come on.
Once we're on the satellite, there's bound to be a central control point.
The Covenant are moving towards the relay too.
This doesn't make any sense. Why would they care about a broadcast relay?
I'll handle them. You just find us that control node. How soon till Infinity hits the gravity well?
A minute or two max. The Covenant are making a push for something on the far side of the satellite.
Is that the signal relay?
Yes. Now we just have to hope we can use it to warn Infinity before it's too late.
The teleporting thing that they can do is actually probably the most frustrating part. Come on. Recharge. Damn. Oh, okay.
Chief, you need to hear this.
You're detecting a slight gravimetric disturbance near the planetary entrance. Just altering approach vector 43K-750K-12K.
They're not diverting from the opening. Hurry, Chief!
Infinity, this is Sierra 117 of the UNSC forward unto dawn. Do you copy? Infinity, do you read?
Ooh woo.
Chief? Chief, let go of the contacts.
Find us an exit.
Don't wait around on my account.
I'm not really sure why the cryptums are so big.
So fades the great harvest of my betrayal. Even these beasts recognize what you were oblivious to, human. Your nobility has blinded you, as ever. The librarian left little to chance, didn't she? Turning my own guardians, my own world, against me. But what hubris to believe she could protect her pets from me forever. If you haven't mastered even these primitives, then man has not attained the mantle. Your ascendance may yet be prevented. Time was your ally, human. But now it has abandoned you. The foreigners have returned.
No, but it's
This too
like just you.
is now yours.
Slip space rupture! Chief, move! Chief, please. We've got to go. That Didact, he manipulated Infinity's signal to get us to release him. Get up!
What's happening?
Moving the satellite. Destabilize the core.
Like, this is a cool scene, right?
We've got to find
The whole,
portal out of
like,
here before the whole
dude's got,
network
like,
collapses.
magical force powers was kind of dumb.
Grab one of those ghosts. Hang on. I'm going to channel energy from your shields to overdrive the ghost.
Oh shit. Man, I just like slaughtered all of those grunts.
Emergency broadcast from Infinity.
Yeah, they kind of did a poor job mixing.
Not like I can get out and push.
The audio mix was kind of bad. I couldn't hear any of that voice line stuff going on there. I'm sure it was, you know, interesting and distressing, but I don't know.
War's not going to last much longer. Portal up ahead.
Oh wow. For real? What can you? Oh my God! What is going on?
What are you doing?
I would love to know. Good Lord.
Whoa, cowboy!
That is this, like, what is this anime shit?
Chief, there.
Mayday! Mayday! This is the captain of the UNSC Infinity. Unknown entity has seized control of our ship. We're without power. We're on a collision course with an unidentified Forerunner planet.
Track its descent.
Marking.
I'm trying to remember.
Impact predicted 77.8
At this
kilometers
point,
due north.
we are on the surface level, I believe, right?
You know where he's heading.
Same place we are.
Stay low. Recon sortie heading this way. The ship looks intact.
Something tells me that's only because the Didact wanted it that way.
This is Lasky to UNSC Infinity. We're up to our next bad guys down here. Does anyone read?
This is Sierra 117 of the UNSC Forward Under Dawn. We're on station, ready to assist.
Negative copy. Sounded like you said forward at the dawn. Come again.
Signal's bouncing in and out. I can't clean it up.
Light up their friend or foe tags. We're gonna need something to zero in on.
I'm seeing numerous IFF tags. Painting the closest one on your part.
That scan's the same one we saw on the Dawn.
Except now, the Didact's free to handle it personally.
They must not have received his distress call.
Random, like, invisible walls.
One of them's an officer. Check his IFF tag. The tag IDs him as Jimenez, Halo J.
Then Lasky's still out there somewhere.
That's weird. Oh, okay. Oh my god, dang.
Hold up. What was that he dropped on the ground over there? This is what they've been using to see through the fog.
Ooh. Oh, damn it. I need more ammo. Actually, good gun.
We've got another IFF on the far side of this thicket.
Such a weird sound it makes when you rack the shotgun.
I've got another IFF tag, but as far as I can tell, we're moving into a choke point. This may end up as a dead end.
I'm impressed with Chief's like ability to have already figured out how to utilize and like reload all these weapons. Like Just kind of, I don't know, like it's like that's just impressive to me.
That's the friend or foe tag, but where's whoever it belongs to? Multiple IDs. Chief, they're friendlies.
Afraid we're gonna have to give you an IOU on that welcome home party. Tom Lasky, first officer of the Infinity. Never thought I'd see you again.
Seal her up.
What the fuck's your helmet, bitch?
I thought you'd be taller.
Ground forces are ordered to return to Infinity immediately.
Commander, radio's hot.
Literally 7 feet tall.
Bond to come. On what frequency? What frequency, damn it?
Infinity, this is Commander Lasky. The Helkin recon teams are down. Repeat, all birds are down. We got numerous casualties and require immediate assistance. Over.
Finally. Did you get the coordinates of that gravity well?
Affirmative, sir, but we're gonna need a bus out of here.
Make it happen.
You were sent on a scouting run in the middle of an attack on the ship.
The captain thought Infinity could provide us cover and hold off the attack at the same time.
Sir, we'll never get the wounded back to the ship on foot.
I don't know if it's too soon to ask you for a favor, but we're gonna run out of breathing room here real quick. I don't suppose you're any good at clearing LZs.
On occasion. I'll send out an all-clear once the area is secured.
A topographical scan of the area shows a break in the foliage north of here. Should be big enough to bring in a dropship for evac.
I do kind of like the redesign of the Marines. Like, it makes sense. Like, okay, yeah, like, after a few years, probably a good idea that we at least give our non-Spartan soldiers a little more, you know, protection. Like, maybe a full helmet, not a bad idea. Kind of streamlined armor. Like, it's cool. Like, I'm actually, like, I'm happy with that. Although I think they, like, diverted away from that with, you know, going into 5. I guess we'll find out when we get to that. Actually, I don't think you really even encountered it. Have any, like...
Commander, this is Cortana. We're on our way. Find some cover.
Oh shit! Damn it! Why the fuck you? Why are you showing up behind me like that?
Commander, this is Cortana. Cortana. We're on our way.
Okay. I do think that the railgun was pretty cool. Man, I want your DMR. I don't want somebody's assault rifle. Here, you should use that. We could use infinite ammo on that. Gun for it. You don't know where that shotgun went? There it is. Got him.
The Marines got trapped trying to get through these doors. Look for an interface.
Button. I guess not button.
These doors open into a cave system with a space large enough for an LZ. Hold them off long enough for me to open the doors.
Oh, I remember doing this on Legendary. Oh my god, I hated it.
How close are we?
You do your job and I'll do mine, okay? Got it. Passageway's unlocked. Come and get me. Back there. That hatch of security was more difficult than I expected.
It's all right.
It's not all right. Nothing about it is all right.
I mean,
Knight!
It's not the first outburst.
Wait, what's he doing?
Covenant?
We're working with the Prometheans?
Damn. They'd stop teleporting. This fight would be a little more reasonable.
out back there. That hatch's security was more difficult than I expected.
It's all right.
It's not all right. Nothing about it is all right. Knight! Wait, what's he doing?
Covenant?
They're working with the Prometheans?
Oh, I was I missed. That one didn't. Got him. Oh, hey.
I'm shocked how quickly the Didact has unified these Covenant.
I'm not. They basically bowed to him as soon as he showed up. Okay, that, I don't know why that dude wouldn't die when I shot him and threw the grenade at him. That one got him. Okay, I do needed to replace this. Man, they just don't give you any ammo in this game.
Mayday, Mayday, code red. Hostile elements attempting to gain entrance to the Infinity Bridge. They're outside the hatch! Doors breached! Doors breached! All units return to Infinity immediately. That's an order. Chief, I'm redirecting the Spartan force to Rally Point Alpha Sierra Foxtrot. Until we catch up, you have tactical command of the forward assault force. Rendezvous with those men and take back that ship.
Yes, sir.
Good luck, Chief. Lasky out.
This is Pelican 595. We have the Chief on board and are outbound for Rally Point Alpha Sierra Foxtrot.
Weapons free, Chief. Let him have it! We're good to go, Chief. Let's show these Spartans how it's done.
Oh, hi, Warthog.
Lasky, we're touching down just north of your position. Proceed to starboard hangar 2-19.
dude's just using a pistol. Oh, that was like the worst plasma fall from a Wraith I've ever seen. You gonna get on, dude? There you go.
Sir, what's our status?
That satellite took down the ship's defenses and is extracting data from the ship's mainframes
So,
as we speak.
Can we break the connection?
Main point of contact's on the ship's upper hull. The fastest route is through the maintenance causeway. There's a Mantis docked inside the door. Take it. You'll need the extra firepower. So, don't get me wrong, this Mantis thing is cool, but also it just doesn't really make sense why they would build one. Like, I'm all about mechs, but also, walker unit vehicles
tend to not really, like, there's a reason why none of them exist now. There's no tactical advantage that one could gain from, like, you're better off with, like, a treaded vehicle. Seems kind of weird. Like, I probably would have designed, like, a new, like, something else that, I probably would have designed a, I don't know, smaller, faster form factor of, like, a Scorpion. Also, you try figuring out how to balance a walker unit, like, so that it doesn't fall over whenever it's walking.
Chief, it's Lasky. Come in.
Go, Commander.
We've identified several Covenant
Now, I understand it's like, well,
That might be
there's
how
a
the
lot of
Walking
stuff that's
Infinity
weird
defenses.
that you just can't, like, there's gravity and shit, and we're just like, write it off, right? But, like, I don't know, it's just like, no, it seems,
We're on it.
there's at least some, like, grounded explanation for things going on in the Halo universe that, like, just kind of like, oh, that's
See
weird.
the jammers, 3 of them. Shoot them down. First jammer disabled. That's 2. That's it. Jammers neutralized.
Tell Rio to Master Chief. The rate that thing's searching our systems just doubled. I think it knows what you're up to.
Didact's not letting go without a fight.
I mean, that's fine, but, like, what do you want me to do?
initiate the link manually.
I feel like somebody played Doom and was like, I want to make a fucking Halo game.
That's it! Back controls restored!
I think this is why Doom and Halo would just make a really easy crossover.
Del Rio to Infinity, all hands. We are condition yellow. Stand down. Section heads report in, begin damage assessment.
What I want to know, people, is where the hell did those things come from?
It's possible that they're native to Requiem, or whatever counts as native for a Forerunner AI.
We've never seen this type of offensive reaction from any of the other installations.
Other installations?
Mr. Lasky.
Infinity's mission has been to locate the remaining Halo rings and establish permanent bases to study them for decommission. We got locations up and running around installations 5 and 3, but lately they've run into some setbacks.
A science team got zapped excavating a Forerunner artifact. This sensor data is all that was left.
Interesting. These symbols are a derivation of the Forerunner glyph system.
And our geeks managed to pull some coordinates. I'll give you 3 guesses where it led.
Sir, Gypsy Company is prepped and ready to roll on your orders.
Thank you, Palmer. Mr. Lasky, you take point. I want boots on the ground in 60.
Captain.
This is a first contact scenario, Master Chief. Priority is to free Infinity from Requiem's gravity well and file a threat assessment back at FleetCom.
You mean we're leaving?
Sir, Infinity drove the Didact back. He's vulnerable.
He isn't the only one. You know, I think you, of all people, would appreciate the benefit of living to fight another day.
I feel like Del Rio kind of like jumped to fucking asshole mode a little quick. Definitely not leadership material, but whatever.
Infinity to Gypsy Company? The air corridor to the gravity well is blocked by a network of particle cannons. Infinity's shields are still down. Open the lane for us to move up and provide air support.
Captain, what's Force Recon's assessment of the terrain?
I know you've been off the field for a while, Master Chief, but this is a blow-through op. Sending in recon would just slow us down. Telemetry indicates the particle cannons are being controlled from a command post southwest of our position. Roll on that target and neutralize those guns. We'll meet on the other side.
Hair looks weird. Well. A lot of extra texture.
Infinity out.
Than his hair.
I don't know about you, but I usually like a little more intel with my intel.
We'll make it work.
I don't know, I'm just like, man, like, just immediately fucking can't stand that guy. I do think that actually I probably could have held off on that. We might probably rewatch that cutscene tomorrow. I think this is a pretty good stopping point. We're already about half-ish way through this game. So, yeah. Well, half-ish. I think this is like the 4th mission. There's only 8 in this game, but yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. We might actually finish up on Tuesday, based on, we'll see how this game goes. But yeah, Thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a great night. I will see you tomorrow.